it's a system built on global expertise to address a global issue affecting local community and to leverage on local knowledge. So realize that you have the expertise, you have the understanding of organized crime at the international level. But at the same time, this is a global issue that is having impact at the local level. So it requires local resources. And at the global level, you cannot come and say, we will develop local resources, but you can support local communities and local actors so that they develop resources that are adapted to their particular context.
Kenya's wildlife is one of our greatest treasures, a source of pride, culture, and livelihood. But today, these treasures are under threat from nature crimes, illegal hunting, trafficking, and habitat destruction.
We say that illegal wildlife trade is not limited to big animals. It protects wildlife in general, the ecosystem. So if there are people harvesting ants in Kenya and selling them in Thailand in conservation with the law, that is illegal wildlife trade. The problem is that the law exists, facts exist, but they are not documented. Land conversion is also something that is happening in many countries. This is the utilization of land for other purposes apart from the purposes defined by the law. If the law says that this is a national park, it is a national park. If you decide to build a hotel on the land of the national park without the authorization from the authority, it's nature crime because you are affecting the habitat of the wildlife.
To protect our heritage, communities must be at the center of the conservation. That is why AMWIK, in partnership with the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime and the Resilience Fund, is working with journalists and residents of Kajiado County.
Like right now, but you don't know how those journalists have to get there. Facilitation is a problem. Media sustainability is facing a lot of challenges currently. Okay, there are challenges with IT, AI, but the professional, journalism is slowly fading away because of the challenges that have continuously been there, and nobody wants to address them.
How can the media be an ally in this space? So that's what we are looking at even now. How can we work with the local media and also the communities themselves, because it's a whole ecosystem that needs to really look to develop those relationships and also see how the issues with nature crimes and conservation can be broken down in the local communities and also create that network of people who are actually pioneering conversations around conservation.
On the 12th of August 2025, we came together to enhance reporting on nature crimes and increase community awareness. Through sensitization, we are helping residents understand the impact of these crimes and, more importantly, how to take action by embracing conservation, legal compliance, and collective responsibility.
I'm Kenny Matampash. I'm the Executive Director of Neighbors Initiative Alliance, a local organization operating here in Kajiado. Today, we were so impressed to have had an engagement with journalists from our AMWIK and others to discuss nature crimes and how best the community can be engaged in helping to curb this menace, which is all over. It's locally here, nationally and internationally. Of course, the local communities are also aware about this, but probably they have never been exposed to be able to voice their concern, their voices on how to go about it. They have got strategies and mitigation on how to go about it by really sharing real-time information. They are the victims of what is happening. They also believe that unless we are concerned about nature, this environment is going to explode. There's going to be a real crisis. And that's why it is important. And it is almost imperative that we should engage them so that they tell us the true stories. They can also give us means and ways of mitigating these nature crimes.
Wildlife crime is not just a global challenge, it is a community challenge. When we lose our wildlife, we lose part of who we are. But when communities stand together, informed, empowered, and united, we can stop these crimes, protect our species, and secure a sustainable future. Let's act now for our people, for our wildlife, for generations to come.